All right, it's live on my end.
All right, sweet. All right, Will, if you please.
All right, here we are with myself, Lance's Creepy Reading, and Lady White Rabbit
Hello.
with the Nightshade stream.
Now you're probably asking yourself, why is this on my channel and not his?
And the reason for that is major computer trouble.
Yes, folks, we had some technical difficulties, but uh thanks to me, we were able to make this stream possible.
And looks like we got Blindfolded Soul, Dark Vampira, and the Maniacs. Nice name.
It's the maniac. Take him away, take him away. Sorry.
I've met my share of maniacs in my short life.
Oh no, I know the feeling, man.
But
What
yeah.
was this? Ha 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 ho 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 ha 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 ho. I thought my jokes were bad. I'm sure they are maniacs.
Yeah. Alrighty, so Nightshade.
Oh, I lost a subscriber.
Oh, you did, and that's
Sweet stream a-holes.
Now I only have 1,359 subs. It's not an even number.
Oh shit. Anyway, so Nightshade. Yeah, I'm gonna. All right. Would you rather me tell the origin story, or would you rather me tell something else new entirely?
Make a joke about toast.
Oh, please do. We want the toast jokes.
Toast jokes. Toast jokes.
What are we doing talking about a story?
Those jokes.
What's the difference between bread and bagels?
I don't know what.
Real toasters toast toast.
Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, my jokes are terrible. I know.
Stop with the toast jokes. You ended it.
Oh, speaking of
Okay.
jokes, did you catch that bad joke I wrote about Machine Gun Kelly and Nightshade?
No, I didn't actually. Which chapter was this?
It was three, the most recent one.
I didn't catch that.
It was the one Jeffrey Natalie said.
Oh.
Went on the supply run.
Oh wait, no, I think I do remember that now. Actually, my bad.
It was supposed to be a so bad it's good joke. But
Hey,
yeah.
like the Star Wars prequels, they're so bad, but they're good.
Is that really?
Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm one of them. I'm the minority who actually likes the Star Wars prequels or doesn't mind some of them.
I haven't seen Star Wars since I was a kid, and those when I watched like the first three.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Damn.
Nerd!
Yeah,
Yes,
and everyone's
I'm a
just
nerd. You got a problem with that? I got a sword in my profile. That obviously shows I am.
and well, I got an iPhone 5 in my profile, so yeah, I guess I don't know. Shit.
Oh, going retro on us, aren't you?
Yeah. Anyway, well, I will tell you a few origin stories about Nightshade. Well, I will tell this one again for the stream since I just told you the other one where the origin story was like I
Does it involve a ninja flying werewolf that loves pancakes? What?
Sounds like
Just
a no.
asking.
Sounds like a no. I'm tuning out.
it involves something pretty weird, but and I don't know.
Oh
I don't
no.
know. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, Rabbit, that was pretty weird.
But like I was just thinking of
Almost as weird as that spooky guy's content. If he was watching this right now, he'd be saying something stupid.
I've only I think I only talked to the guy once.
I'm sorry, continue. I don't mean to interrupt.
Anyway, but like I was listening to Left Behind, and it's an audio drama. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but Left Behind talks about the events in Revelation. And I was on a long road trip to Sanibel, Florida, in a cramped in the very back of a big SUV. So I was just listening to that, and I listened to that for several hours. So because we went from Louisville to Georgia to like southern Georgia, and in a day. So you can kind of get an idea how long I was in the car. So
I'd say a pretty long time.
So I was after I took the headphones out of my ears, I was thinking, what if I could make something like that? An audio drama, as they call it. And I started thinking of ideas the more I, listened to the audio drama. I was thinking, what can I think of that could go on for a long time, and that I can get a bunch of narrators from the community involved in. And so I just went through various ideas. It ranged from, a typical blue collar family and then haunted house and demon monsters. And I was like, no, that's cliche. And then I thought about my current story, Raising Hell, and I was like, no, that's too long to just start out with. And then I just was like, okay, well, it's nighttime now. So I was thinking, what if the sun never came back up? And then how would everyone cope with that?
Oh, we'd all be dead.
I mean,
To put it
How I
blunt.
cope with it, I would die.
It's like in that film, Knowing.
I had that crossed my mind, obviously, because I knew for a long time I wanted to be an astronomer, so I know a lot about outer space. So I knew everybody would freeze to death, but like, what if there's something else keeping us warm? So I added that, and then I was thinking, but still, if we were able to be alive, and then it'd be nighttime the whole time, how would people cope with that? And I was thinking I could write a story about the economy. I could go around on and on about how humans would just do that, be life without the sunlight. And then I was thinking, aliens.
It's all because of the damn Democrats.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
So I suddenly had a big giant thing of hair, and I was on
Aliens.
I don't want to say it's aliens, but it might be aliens. What do you think, aliens? We think it's aliens, alien. Awesome, alien.
And they didn't have green cards.
Oh, good
I
one.
should not have said that.
Are you sure you want the stream on your channel then?
I really probably should not have said that, especially now. So I'll pretend.
Okay. I'm sure everyone knows that you're just joking. It's all right. I'm sure a lot of people here can take a joke.
No, I'm super offended.
I'm triggered.
It's triggered. Is it pronounced triggered? That's what I am.
I'm an SJW, and I'm triggered.
Anyway,
one thing you should know about me and a bunch of people in this community, man, is that we don't give a shit. Like, we know jokes are jokes, and we laugh at them day in and day out.
Yeah, but I actually heard that on. Have you ever played Banjo-Tooie on the N64?
Ah, no, I wish I did though.
There's a level called Hellfire Peaks or Hailfire Peaks. I don't know how you pronounce it, but there's a part where you have to do a mission involving aliens, and so right as the aliens are leaving, you have to repair their ship, and then as they're leaving, they say Kazooie's like, "Hey, wait, since you're aliens, does that mean you have to have green cards?" And I just exploded with laughter.
Oh, those jokes.
Yeah.
Hey, how's about I make a joke like that, but I talk in the Uncle Bobby voice?
Oh shit.
That sounds like it makes sense.
Let's see. But
Hey, y'all, if y'all aliens, do y'all guys got to get a green card? Just saying, or just asking. Simon, fire up the RV.
Please, for the love of God, do not make me write that.
And I can finally say that boy ain't right.
Oh no, we're giving him inspiration.
Who's this we thing? I'm not a part of this at all.
Fine, I'm giving him inspiration.
Not held responsible for this.
Yeah. But
Yoni har har.
I thought I had the alien idea, and I was like, but I still had no idea what to do with the story. But I was like, okay, I want to make this an audio drama. So I was like,
This is the Southern version of Independence Day.
that's pretty accurate. That's pretty.
It was just silence. Was my joke really that bad?
But I went to zero at it, and I weeded out a bunch of narrators. I'm not going to give any names, but I was like, okay, let's go to Community Zero, since even though his channel is smaller than what I wanted to go with, but let's go here. So I asked him, I was like, hey, I have an audio drama, and then would you like to help me produce it? And he said, sure. And then it's called Nightshade, and then he said, and then he wants me to do this in a certain amount of time, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting in front of my laptop, like, let me turn this camera on. I was like this for like 3 hours.
That face reveal.
Yeah, everybody in all of the internet has seen my face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there is a video. Well, there was a video on Mr. Deepweb's channel of me reading erotica on a live stream.
What?
He forced me to read a story. It's called what is that story called? It's role reversal. Role reversal. I should change the title because it's a tongue twister. But anyway, it starts off with a very graphic sex scene, and you wanted me to read it aloud, and yeah, I wanted to post it on Twitter, but I was like, I don't know, did I do this? But I didn't end up doing it. I just said, if you can find it, you'll get a surprise from me. And I actually was ready to give something away, but I can't remember what it was.
You're reading erotica? What are you, gay?
It's not. Well, the story was like, it was about this guy who's a very high functioning drug addict / drug dealer. He goes to a party, but then after the party, everybody's passed out, and then he steals a bunch of drugs from people, and then he finds this mysterious drug that when you take it, you switch bodies with somebody else who's also taking the drug, and then you get to be in their body for like, I think it's about 24 hours for like.
Wow, this is Limitless meets Freaky Friday.
Yeah. And the more you can actually take the drug a second time, but the more you take it, the longer you stay in that body. Yeah. And the rules are, and though that's rule 1, and the rule 2 is like, you can't. There's certain rules to it. I just can't think of them all. It's been so long since I wrote that. But like, if you take it too many times, your consciousness will like go haywire. First, you'll be like a janitor in Cleveland, and then like a minute later, you'll be the president, and then another minute you'll be the governor of Texas or something like that. But yeah. Anyway,
I do have one question about Nightshade though.
Okay.
And Rabbit, if you have any questions about it yourself, we'll get to you.
Yeah.
All good.
What was your inspiration behind the characters? Are they based on anyone, or did you just come up with them like out of the blue or something like that? Like, what's their story essentially? Also, I noticed in the first chapter it says that Simon works at a Kroger's. Was that a personal thing? Did you ever work at a Kroger's at one point?
Yes, and I hated it.
Funny, I just applied for a job at a Kroger.
And
I'm sorry.
Well, you have to save yourself.
Yeah.
I really hated my job at Kroger, and there's how I got fired is hilarious, but it's horrible at the same time. But yeah, I had a job at Kroger, and the inspiration behind it was the characters are just as basic as I could come up with. Sadly,
Goodbye, blindfolded soul.
Like,
Someone's leaving.
Oh shit! Oh, damn.
Bye, soul.
Enjoy Selena's punishment. Anyway, like Simon's the main character. James is the best friend / macho character. I actually did take some inspiration from another friend of mine who is actually was my version of James in high school. He got all the chicks and everybody liked him. And now I've nicknamed him Glory Days because that's all he fucking talks about anymore is how he did everything in high school because now he just works at a UPS and now he's not really much. And he's chasing after some girl who's having baby daddy drama.
Oh, dude.
And I'm like, dude, she's not just playing you. She's just holding you in her acquaintance zone. He's like, no, I'm going to wait for her. And I'm like, okay. I just talked to you for like 3 hours about how she's going to play you. You're going to have to experience it yourself. And he's going to. And he's going to call me like 2:30 in the morning crying about it.
Some people just learn the hard way.
Yeah. And anyway. But yeah, he's the macho. James is the macho character. Uncle Bobby's the end of the world expert. And then creepy blonde girl's character is supposed to be the Glenn of the group / moral compass. She's supposed to be the brains of it, despite being, making more decisions on her heart says, not her brain. She was supposed to be like a very powerful character, but then me and Zero agreed to kill her character off.
Well, gee, thanks for the spoiler, man.
Fuck. I thought you already knew about it since that's literally the next chapter.
No one ever told me about this.
It's literally the next chapter.
I don't even. You just spoiled it for your entire audience, man. I hope you're happy about that.
Oh shit! I thought, damn.
If Blonde was here right now, what does she even know about this?
You're gonna do what?
I think she knew, but she kind of. I don't know what happened to her. I really don't know what happened to her at all. I checked her Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff.
Well, wherever Blonde is, I hope everything is going okay with her. I mean, it's sad that she had to be replaced, but I mean, not to say that Raggedy Ann did a bad job. She did a good job, but it's a shame that Blonde had to leave on such a short notice.
Yeah, I mean, I told him to tell her because apparently Zero set up a chat for you guys, and I said tell her that she's going to be killed off this chapter, and so yeah, and I named the chapter Savages, so it's kind of obvious someone's gonna die.
Will, I'm just gonna call it out right now. Don't spoil this for me. I'm actually just gonna predict this right now. I predict Bobby is gonna die at some point. And that's all you need to know. I predict Bobby is actually going to bite the dust.
I won't tell you if you're right or wrong. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I'm just picturing like it's an overly emotional death scene. Like Simon's all like, "No, Uncle Bobby, you can't leave." He's all like, "I have to, Simon, but go away."
Go away.
That's
how I hope to go on, honestly.
Let this old timer die in peace.
He's a character. I'm not saying I will or not. If that does happen, there has to be a right way to kill him off. So yeah, because you can't just be like him having just die like that. Because he's such a major character, you can't just.
I'm too old.
But. Yeah,
kids, this is why you gotta eat your prunes every day. Get off my lawn. Excuse me, yellow-eyed people. Where's the bathroom?
Oh, shit. Okay. Let me read.
It's Planet of the Apes. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna read.
I dragged that on way too long.
Okay, let me.
I don't think Rabbit found it funny though.
Yeah, I don't think she did. Yeah.
Children.
Anyway, let me read the chat. I'm just going through because I didn't get a chance to just go through all this.
They're wondering what your update is.
We're trying to get to that.
impatient people. We got things to do.
I just anyway, yeah, a lot of people want to know what the update is, but I should have started.
Mhm.
But yeah. Anyway, but to make a long story short, guys, Nightshade was as basic as I could think of, and then it turned into something as big as it is now.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's a really good concept. The whole excuse me,
Poca apocalypse.
Pocahontas apocalypse.
Pocahontas apocalypse.
But the apocalypse where there's a bunch of mayhem essentially. Only instead of zombies, it's yellow-eyed people and ravenous dogs. It's like Resident Evil, but with the apocalypse actually happening.
That's actually pretty accurate. But like, there's more than just the yellow-eyed freaks, but like those, I just had to add those like basic tier monsters, and then there's gonna be more. I wanted like animals to go nuts because that's actually gonna be explained why animals are going batshit insane. So yeah, and there's gonna be other scarier things.
Plot twist: they're all hippies. You didn't save the earth, and now they're pissed. Okay, that one doesn't really work.
That sounds like, well, me and Rabbit were actually talking about crappy Netflix movies. It actually sounds like something that would be on Netflix.
Yeah, they'll take anything.
Yeah, like a Death Note movie.
Yeah.
The fucking Death Note movie was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just speaking as like a longtime Death Note fan. The movie was atrocious.
Yeah, and I've never seen it, but I guess I don't want to see it since it's atrocious. But anyway, pretty much. Well, guys, since we're done with the origin story for Nightshade now, since you guys want to know that the announcement is basically raising hell, and also that's going to be probably the biggest thing we're going to be doing, and Lance and Lady White Rabbit will be in on this franchise. They'll actually be playing pretty big roles. Like, okay, I'm debating since you already gave me a hard time for spoilers. I'll give you. I put the first three chapters on there already. Yeah, I did. So I'll tell a little bit of it without spoiling it.
Okay.
Like, it's based on Greek mythology, and it's about this kid who's going into middle school. He's biracial like I am, and it takes place in 2008. And I had to do that since everything's so PC and anti-bullying. Because I really wanted to put it in modern times, but it's so hard to do because with all the propaganda and shit going on, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how could I pull off Greek mythology nowadays? But so I was able to do that with 2000 being written as a memoir. And he's going into middle school, and he discovers that all the monsters from ancient Greek mythology are coming back for some reason. And he meets this guy named Mark Maxwell, who's this badass ninja sword wielding monster hunter who was going to be played by you, Lance. Me and Zero decided that.
Seriously?
Yeah, because
you know what? I'm in, man. I'm in. It's the sword, isn't it? It's always the sword.
It is the sword. And we need somebody to sound like Jamie Foxx.
I can't sound like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, you can. We know you can pull it off since you were able to do Jim Bieber in a high voice. But yeah, all you gotta do, just watch Django Unchained a few times, and then you'll be able to do it.
All right, I've actually never even seen that movie.
That's weird, but okay.
There are a lot of movies I haven't seen, man, that people get so shocked about.
But yeah, we needed you to sound somebody that's gonna sound like Jamie Foxx from Django Unchained. So yeah, we're gonna need you to watch that.
As weird as that may sound, I can actually see Nightshade actually being adapted as like a TV series or a mini series.
I told Zero miniseries because it's gonna be probably not beyond 15 chapters or more.
Yeah.
It would probably be like 11/22/63 on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it won't be like Walking Dead where it just doesn't know when it's going to end, and it just keeps adding multiple stuff just to keep the story going.
They're feeding off the comics, but I think they went in that direction you just described. But yes, Out of Body, you came here at the right time. And Biddy, you were laughing at my jokes on Jeffrey Natalie's channel last night. But yeah, and so that, and you, Rabbit, you will be playing. Well, this I had to put. I had to fit yours in a little later than I wanted to because I mean, I like the character. I like the character so much. Her name's Joan. She's like this monster hunter she grew up knowing about mythologies and monsters and stuff. Like she's been knowing about that since she was like 5, and she had to grow up that way because that's the way her aunt was, who adopted her because her mother was killed, and because that's spoilers, so I can't say that. But so
Spoilers.
I can't say how she was killed yet, but yeah, that happened, and then her aunt adopted her and taught her about mythologies and monsters and everything.
Spoilers. Oh, how ironic.
She grew up that way, and so that's kind of all she knows. And she has this interesting trick she can do with her hair because she had to ingest Gorgon's blood because she was poisoned because Gorgon's blood can cure everything.
Her hair kind of sounds a bit like Bayonetta.
And so like she can control her hair, and she can there's one scene where she strangles a guy with her hair, and that's kind of weird. So yeah, that's one part you'll be playing with. Her weakness is like she's a little envious of Jordan because he's being introduced to this world, and he lives mostly a normal life, and she wishes she could live a normal life. Also, she has red hair, so yeah. Any of you people who like redheads. Yeah, I think now that you mentioned it, Lance, it does kind of sound like Bayonetta in a little ways. But like,
oh, that's real cute. Out of body, like whip my hair back and forth, whip my hair back and forth. Oh, that song is so stupid.
it was, and I don't know why every kid in middle school was singing it when I was in 8th grade.
Hey, Willow, you're only famous just because you're dad.
Yeah, that whole family is famous because they're dead.
Yeah. Rabbit, in all honesty, I honestly forgot which character you played in Nightshade. Who was it again?
That's fair. I only have 2 lines so far. I'm Amber.
Amber, okay, yeah. Simon's love interest, isn't that right, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all fairness, though, I didn't really see Sarah and Chad getting together at all.
You didn't see that coming?
No, it just kind of surprised me.
I wanted to be more like they just a whirlwind relationship, but I was like, that wouldn't make too much sense since the apocalypse just happened 2 days ago. So yeah.
It's like the apocalypse is happening, the world's gonna end. Let's just do whatever the hell we want while we still have time.
So I had to make them say like, oh, they've been knowing each other since childhood, and there's a spoiler that I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about yet.
What does it pertain to?
I'd rather not go into it because it's in chapter 4. I think Raven knows what I'm talking about. I think, but yeah,
you can't give spoilers in a live stream, man. That's like if you spoil the ending to Saw 1 for somebody.
Is that really that big of a spoiler though?
He has to saw his foot off.
Well, that and also the ending at the very end of the movie, like after Gordon leaves.
Wait, that was a big twist. Oh my god, I didn't.
Oh, okay, so you saw the movie, right?
I was thinking like, wait, what could you be spoiled by? Then I was like, oh yeah, the twist at the end.
Like I didn't see that coming. I was pretty shocked. Like, that was a pretty awesome twist right there.
I just thought it was weird because I was like 10 when I watched it.
Really?
Yeah, I was pretty young.
Jesus, man.
Apparently, from what I've heard, people who saw it in theaters when it first came out back in 2004, people were like saying, "Oh shit! Oh my god!" The second they saw that scene at the end.
Was pretty of horror movies,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was.
and it all went downhill from there.
Yeah. Saw one's basically the only good one in the series. Well, the best one in the series.
The original
Yeah.
obviously has to make a good first impression, which like for some reason for me when as a younger horror movie watcher, I never found the originals to be that great for some reason. Like I watched the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I didn't think it was good, but I like two, three, four, and five for some reason. And then I saw the original Friday the 13th, and I didn't think that was good, but I like the sequels. But I don't know.
You're not alone, man. I think the original Friday the 13th is pretty bad.
I haven't seen it in forever. But yeah, anyway, on to more announcements. Is that then I hope all you guys in the chat know about Jeep's cryptic media radio thing. And
It's a play on Jeep's Creeps, by the way.
Jeepers Creep, the movie Jeepers Creepers. If you don't know about that, then yeah,
Oh, I know about it. I've seen it.
I hope you have.
It took them this long to make a sequel, and they didn't even follow up on the endings of the second movie.
That was bullshit, dog. I mean,
Like we wait this long for a sequel to Jeep's Creeps 2, and you're not even gonna follow up on the other story. No, it's gonna be a prequel this time. Ooh.
they did that at the very last minute. Like they said it was going to be a sequel to the second one, and then like a year and a half before it comes out, they say, "Oh, it's a prequel." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, not to mention the second one takes place like 4 days after the first movie.
Three. Oh, two. I think it's two or three. I can't remember. Dude. I mean, if they said it took place 6 months after the first movie, it still would have been able to pull it off. But I don't know. I think they still would. It still would be able to make sense. Granted, they would have had to switch that scene with the radio around a little bit, but I think if it was later, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Anyway, the cryptic media thing that Jeep Scrapes is doing, we're going to be bringing that to Louisville here pretty soon, hopefully, and hopefully by no later than Halloween, because we're working tirelessly to get everything before Halloween comes up. Because, well, I think things are going to be able to take off in August. I don't know yet, but August sounds like it'll be able to complete because I got a bunch of my content down, and Jerry's been working with the city and everything to get everything ready. And he's trying to sell his old company, which he's just so tired of being in that line of work. It's like, it's called Industrial Electrical Equipment Company. It's like they sell batteries to Verizon and a bunch of other companies.
Son, what do you want to do with your life? I want to sell batteries.
I never asked Jerry how he got into that line of work. I mean, I've known him since I was a kid, and I've never asked him about that. I need to, though. He's also been working with me so he can provide, stuff about mythologies and shit. And we're also going to be, we're trying to get a storyteller for Acela because people are going to bring their kids and they're going to want something for their kids to do so they won't be running around the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to get like a storyteller to be there to tell stories and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Will, I wanted to ask you a little bit off topic here, but we started talking about Nightshade, then we just skewed into some other topics and forgot what the main focus was. But what I was going to ask you was with Nightshade, do you ever plan on making an appearance in it at some point, like maybe a small cameo or playing an actual character?
I always like when I was younger, younger meaning in middle and high school, but I thought about like making cameos in my work ever to get on the big screen or something. But I don't know. I don't have any equipment. Like I bought a cheap karaoke microphone back in 2016 so I could start off with narrating that, and then like I recorded like a little bit of a chapter of a story I was writing at the time, and I was like, okay, I sound like shit, and I'm not going to narrate. The narrations are still on my channel as private videos. If you want me to unprivate them and see them, they sound awful.
It's fine. It's up to you, man.
I'll probably send them to you so we can laugh about them later. And
Wait, where did Rabbit go?
I don't know. I just noticed that. Shit. Oh, sorry, my internet is failing me right now. I can't really get back in, but I gotta get some stuff done anyway. Thanks for having me. Okay, boom.
Oh well, I'm sorry you had to leave us, Rabbit. It was great having you though.
It was. I think that was her first live stream she was on.
What's this? Fallout 2, the Fallout. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. Your voice.
like
Sorry.
first,
Voice is awesome.
yeah, when I say
Thank
first
you.
live stream, I mean like first live stream with some people from the community. That's what I mean. Not because like she's done a number of live streams with video games and shit. But anyway,
I should probably say this before while I still have time. I know I said in my update video there wouldn't be a 3-month wait until I started uploading content, but since moving back, I've had to do a lot of stuff from finding a job to trying to get back into school, as well as trying to find time to record. And to be fair, I do have a long story recorded. I just haven't sat down and actually put any editing into it yet. Like I feel so bad. Like I'm keeping you guys waiting this long, and I'm spending my days just doing a bunch of mundane things in my personal life that I just haven't had the time to start uploading content again. Which,
yeah.
to be fair, there will be life completed. You noticed me. Well, you're welcome. There will be a new video out whenever I can get to making them. It shouldn't be a super long wait, as hard as that might be to believe. But yeah, there will be more content coming in the future. So rest assured, guys.
But what were we talking about?
Nightshade.
Oh yeah. What were you asking me about it?
Yeah. Oh, geez, one person's
cameo.
watching. I was asking if you were going to make an appearance in it at some point.
That I could, but I don't have the equipment. Like, yeah, I just without equipment to do the things you guys do. I mean, I could write myself as me in the story, but that would be kind of weird. But I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can do it. Like, I'll think about it because like the laptop I'm using is a cheap Chromebook, which you can't do jack shit on.
It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to be worried about that, man. It's up to you. I mean, I like it when an author like makes an appearance in their own work. So, there's that.
It's an idea, but I don't know if I can pull it off because like I bought this computer for like $300 at a electronics store in Nashville, and that was all I could afford at the time.
Do you have a job now?
Yeah, but it's complicated. I'm not going to go into that, but anyway, yeah, I'll probably make an appearance in one of my later works. Most likely, Raising Hell, since that's going to be the biggest thing I'm going to work on for the longest time.
You said as soon as you said I would be playing a ninja, my first thought was Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid.
Well, he's actually similar to Gray Fox in a lot of the way he fights because
yeah,
he wields a katana like you have in your picture, and he's rich. And
money.
He's like
sorry,
$10 billion, and he has all this like weapons and equipment in his basement and everything. And he lives in a mansion in Louisville.
And one of those rich folk.
Yep. But
do you play any video games? Yes, I do. Is that for me or for? Well, we'll both answer that question. Yes, I do play games. I am a huge gamer. I am a nerd. Hi. I play things from action adventure to first-person shooters. Well, not a whole lot of first-person shooters to RPGs, which I recently started getting into, as well as some puzzle-solving games. Like Zelda, bar none, has always been my favorite game franchise. Nothing can replace it.
Yeah. But I do play video games, which actually helps me write. Like, the way I organize my writing, and also other ways in my other stories, you'll notice some references to video games and ways to put out. Like Raising Hell is it's basically God of War in modern times because of how bloody one to how fast paced it is and pretty much everything it is. It's God of War in modern times mixed with Saved by the Bell, mixed with Supernatural, mixed with The Witcher, mixed with Percy Jackson. Not Percy Jackson. Forget I just said that.
What's so bad about Percy Jackson?
I don't like. It's severely westernized, which bothers the hell out of me, being a mythology expert. Like
Oh,
it's so badly westernized. I mean, it's a great story. Don't get me wrong. I love Rick Riordan's work, but
Rick Riordan.
Rick, how are you pronounce it?
Although the movies were bad.
The movies are awful.
I can't believe it. I saw the first one when I was 13, and I actually thought I liked it. For whatever reason, I actually liked the first one. Then as I got older, I realized that the movie actually was pretty bad, and it didn't even follow the book that accurately.
It was horrible. But the thing was, he explained like when the first book came out, he sold the rights to Percy Jackson to Hollywood not like a few months before the first book came out. So he had no control over how it was made. So yeah.
I mean, to be fair, everyone else in the film did really good. The actors did really good, and production and sets were pretty awesome too. But the story itself just wasn't good to me.
Yeah, and then they made a sequel, which was even worse. And then I think if it was followed the book more, or oh my, I'm so sorry. Forget you just heard that.
I'm awake, Mom. When does school start?
Actually, that was Jerry. Actually,
Oh.
although my mom was supposed to be on the chat, I don't know if she joined. I meant to text her, but anyway, screw it. She can be on the next one. But well, she may have stopped by and I didn't notice.
Maybe.
Let me read the chat. Oh wait.
Hey, Zero's in the chat, man.
Oh hell yeah,
Zero.
How you doing, Zero?
How's your voice getting any better?
Yeah. But anyway,
Hey, Simon, this is Uncle Bobby speaking. Where the hell are you?
Oh man.
I hate my southern accent so much.
I mean, imagine if you were a biracial guy with a southern accent. I mean, do you know how surprised people are when they'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I'll turn around and I'll say it in a normal voice, and they'll be like, and then like people have actually when I tell them, "Hey, my mom's black and my dad's white," and they're like, "Wait, what? You're mixed? Like I thought you were white." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like, yeah, you're black, and I thought I was like you thought I was white, and like, yeah, but you're really black and everything, and I'm just like, what? I mean,
those yellow-eyed freaks are out to get me, Uncle Bobby. Well, take a shotgun and run for the hills. Actually, no one just walk it off if they bite you. Walk it off.
actually, the way they get you, I meant to explain that, but like it was supposed to be shown because you know how an actor kind of messed up on his lines. Like Zach wants to play. Yes, I'm calling you out for this. But yeah, he messed up on his lines and it delayed the show for a long time, and then that's why I killed him off. I had James kill his character off in that such a way. Like I originally was gonna have the scene like Simon was supposed to witness Spencer turning into a yellow-eyed freak, but I really didn't know how to pull it off at the time since I was so stressed out because the lines were messed up and everything. So I just
Yeah, I was wondering how did Zach take it, finding out that he was going to be killed off in the next episode?
I never showed him that. I mean, when I was going to show him that, he wanted me to be on his new podcast, and I didn't want to tell him that. And then we have a falling out or something, but I didn't really know how I was going to tell him about that. I didn't because I'm worried about people's feelings and everything. Like I told Zero this that I I didn't want anybody to get upset if the character got killed off and everything. So I was trying to be careful with that.
On how blonde must feel.
But,
Who knows? But yeah, speaking of getting killed off, Zero, I made a prediction earlier that Uncle Bobby was gonna get killed off at one point. He hasn't told me if that's true or not, but I'm predicting that Bobby is gonna die at some point.
I won't tell you if you're right or wrong because, like I told you, it has to be done right if I were to do that.
Yeah.
And so far, it's not ready to happen if it were to. But I may not kill him off. I may kill him off. You're just gonna have to see. Anyway, I'm just surprised you guys haven't been keeping up with it because, like, I post them on Reddit and I post them as soon as they come out. I haven't posted chapter 6 yet.
I haven't had the time to. I've been meaning to read them again. Sorry about that.
But Jeffrey Natalie's been keeping up with it, and he's excited. He loves
As
it.
long as my Uncle Bobby dies in my arms. Oh, you know it, Simon. I see the light. I'm reaching for it. I'm floating.
Actually wrote an ending, like, because I knew people would be theorizing it if it were to become big. So I was like, what if Simon?
Can I add a body?
What if Simon was dead the whole time?
Then, plot twist. It's like the Sixth Sense in a way.
Yeah. And then he goes into the afterlife, and I actually made that the ending for a while. And then chapter 3 came out, and I was like, oh no, this needs to be more epic.
Does Zero know about that?
He does. He actually read that part, and I was like, wait, I don't want this to be the ending. So I was like, Zero, don't put that out yet. And I was like, then I put it on Twitter. I was like, that ending you just read is non-canon, and I deleted it off Reddit.
I, Plague Mistress. Is it A or I? Who knows? Hello, Plague Mistress. How are you?
But yeah. Wow, this is Nightshade has actually turned into something way, way, way bigger than I thought it would.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's a good series.
It is. It's probably, I want it to be the biggest thing the horror community's ever pulled off because, like, we're so big, and I was thinking, why can't we all just get together and make something great?
Fan art. Oh, thank you, Plague Mistress. I always love receiving fan art.
Zero actually told me that there's another character in there that he wanted to make somebody to make fan art for, and
oh, sorry. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And I think, well, I don't know if you read this yet, but I'm gonna say it anyway since it's already released. You can see it on Reddit. Anyone who's listening out there, just if you want to see Nightshade before it's on Zero's channel, go on Reddit and go to my Reddit page. The link is on my Twitter. It's in the About section. Just click on it, you'll find Nightshade on the Creepypasta subreddit as well as on my page. But there's a part in there where this girl, she's actually a very badass Michonne type of character who appears later, and she has rainbow hair and everything. There's a plot twist surrounding her, which I will not give away. But yeah,
plot twist. It's Rainbow Dash in human form.
Fun fact: I was a brony in high school.
That's nothing to be ashamed about. I mean, I knew a lot of bronies in high school. They're actually really awesome people.
They are, and I still know one of them. His name is Sawyer. Yeah. We actually had a brony club in high school, and he ran it.
Brony club. Oh man, if only my school had that for a bunch of bronies in there. I mean, we had an anime club. That's all we had really going for special clubs.
Yeah, we had an anime club too. We had a brony club, an anime club, a debate club, a Y club, which is about politics anyway. It was just an expansion back of the debate.
Can we have a club in high school called the Club Club?
Also, we had a bunch of different extracurricular activities to do over at Atherton High School. That's where I attended. And I was in the brony club for a while, and I was a little Fight Club because my dad said I could be a politician for some at the time. Got out of there. And then my dad wanted me. He talked about me being a politician because I was a good writer. I was good at writing speeches. Writing species. Yes, I'm writing a species of Nightshade. Spoiler alert.
Can the yellow-eyed people be technically a species?
There. Do not make me spoil that. Do not.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is it really that tempting?
It almost slipped out. But yeah, everything will be explained in that. I'll be sending out everyone's lines for chapter 5 and 6 soon. Chapter 4 will be out as soon as my voice returns 100%. Thanks, Zero.
Aye, Zero. You can't see it, but I'm saluting you.
Salute. You're awesome, Zero. Plague Mistress, don't go, but you gotta go. Damn.
No, Plague Mistress.
Okay. My dad said I was gonna write.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. And sorry for blocking you that one time.
Wait, what?
Oh, like I blocked her from like it was a live stream that I was on what was it called? Another narrator's channel. And then I was the mod on there. Actually booted her out of the chat for meaning to do something else. But then yeah. Again, sorry about that.
Don't let go, Plague Mistress.
Yeah. Okay, and Manimal just messaged me. I'll just tell him it's not too late. We need to fit him on here since he's
salute me and your Uncle Bobby, Nathan Fairchild. There's no Nathan Fairchild voice, dude. You know it's just my normal voice, but whatever. I salute you as Nathan, and I salute you as Bobby.
Did you send Manimal the link?
I did actually, yeah.
He says, "Give me a few seconds." He said, "I blew it."
He's going after all. It's a shame White Rabbit couldn't stay with us.
Yeah. You are so tempting me to give away the spoiler in chapter 4 about her character, and I don't want to do it.
Oh, what, Amber's character?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Zero knows what it is. He said, "LOL." You know.
Is it tempting? Hey, Zero, is it tempting for you to not spoil it either?
Oh God, I know it is.
Well, maybe it's not right to spoil it in a public live stream. Like maybe just do it to me privately.
I will.
That came out wrong.
If you want to just take a look at it, go on. I'll send you the link to it.
Hashtag no spoilers. Yeah, almost like when that pancake died at the end of Infinity War. Wait, what? Spoilers.
Okay, I'm gonna piss off all the Marvel fans in 3, 2, 1, go. I hated Infinity Wars. I thought it was horrible.
Oh.
Yeah. But I was like, I went in there expecting this to be this amazing action film, and then.
But it has Peter Dinklage playing a giant guy.
Yeah, and then it's like, what is this? And I was just like, and my dad was like, you picked a horrible movie. And then I asked him to go to the movies with me another, like 2 weeks later. And he's like, I'm not going to the movies with you. You picked a terrible movie last time. I'm not. So yeah, my dad no longer wants to go to the movies with me for a while because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Infinity War for what it was. Honestly, my expectations weren't so high because I knew it was just going to be like almost every other Marvel film out there. Because, well, we've seen this over a dozen times by now. What's so different about this Marvel film compared to the other Marvel films?
I mean, the first Avengers was, I liked it. I would.
If you listen closely, you can hear all the Marvel fans screaming in the distance.
You can.
That's kind of like what most DC fans did when Justice League came out. What, too soon?
I never saw Justice League, and I wanted to buy it, but every DVD at Walmart is extremely overpriced.
Yeah. I saw it in theaters. A lot of people say it was bad, but me, honestly, I liked it. I thought it was very entertaining.
Well, see you, bitty bitty. But yeah, I thought it was entertaining too.
Oh, bye, bitty bitty.
Anyway, yeah, I thought the first Avengers was good too, and then the second one I saw like 5 minutes of it, and then I cut it off. I cut it off. I just like I take that back. I made it to the part where Captain America budges Thor's hammer when they're like in at a party or something, and then that's when I stopped watching it because I didn't know that what that was leading up to.
Bye, Zero. Thanks for stopping by the stream.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Zero. Anyway, but yeah. Um. Anyway, you asked me a favorite horror movie.
I love horror too.
Fallout to the Fallout. Yeah, I think you asked me that. Trying to find where you said it. Anyway, favorite horror movie. That's hard.
It's hard for me too. I don't really have a favorite, to be honest.
I will probably tell you that the first one I watched by myself, since I watched horror movies all throughout my childhood with somebody. The first one I watched alone was 1408 when it came out on demand.
I never saw that one.
I saw it in like I think it was 2006 when it came or something. And yeah, that I think it was in theaters, and then I wanted to see it in theaters, but then I didn't for some reason, and then then I ended up going to see it. See it when it came on demand. I was like, Dad, will you watch this? Will you watch this with me? And he's like, No, I don't want to. And then said, But you can watch it on demand in my room because my sister was watching.
Daddy, can I watch this? Go do your homework, son. Aww.
It was a Friday night, so it was like we always had Friday night movie nights, and like my parents were divorced, so like me and my sister went between houses, and so.
Oh, I think here's a question for me. What inspired you to start horror? Oh yeah, because we put Q&A in the title. I've almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
What inspired you to start horror narrating? Okay, back when I was 10, I had received the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark book, and I read those stories like I don't want to say religiously because I don't want to piss anybody off. I read those stories like frequently as a kid and being absolutely terrified of them, especially the pictures in the book. Like they were pretty freaky, and I started reading these stories out loud to myself and to my family, and I was told I was pretty good, and I wanted to keep going. I thought it was really fun. And plus, I enjoyed the whole narrating thing because my third grade teacher, for some reason, whenever I read a story, her voice always comes to mind whenever I'm reading something. I just don't know why. Miss Helms, thank you, wherever you are. Yeah, so I would read these stories out loud to myself and others, and I found myself to really like it. And years later, I discovered creepypasta. I had read these to myself as well, not narrated, but read them. And I really enjoyed them. And then about a year later, I discovered creepypasta narrations, and the first narrator I ever came across was Creeps McPasta. And I just instantly fell in love with narration videos, and I thought they were so interesting and so awesome that years later, when I was 19, I decided to give it a try myself. It's because it just blended two of my favorite things of all time, voice acting and horror. How could I pass that up? I thought it was really awesome. Side note, actually, I do love acting. It's always been a hobby of mine, and I was in theater when I was in high school, so that also played a role in that as well. And so I started doing narrations back when I was 19 and late 2015, I believe, or maybe it was 2016, I think. But regardless, I found myself really enjoying them, and I just kept going and going and going, and I don't want to stop. I mean, I love this. It's great. So yeah, uh that's basically how I started.
We
Not the best origin story, but whatever.
all don't have insane origin stories. And I just noticed I have the weirdest facial expressions. But I know by the end of this stream, so I probably screenshot a few of my facial expressions and is gonna make a T-shirt out of them.
Sweet. I would still buy one of those T-shirts, man.
Yeah.
How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking? Currently, I am 21. I'm gonna be turning 22 this August.
Okay. Well, since we're on the Q&A thing, everyone asks me questions. I don't care what they are. Just you can
Okay.
ask weird shit.
Let's put the how old are you question like onto you, man. How old are you now?
Older than you'll ever be. I'm just kidding. 22. Older than you.
I don't know about you, but I think you're 22.
I actually played that song on my 22nd birthday.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that. Hey,
How are things? Things are going pretty well. Will, how are things in your end?
they are insane, to say the least. Although I don't really want to get into my personal life, but yeah, that's that I'm gonna describe my life.
That's fine, man. Don't go into too much detail.
But I will tell you if you want me to tell you about any crazy memories or any crazy stories you'd like to tell me, or any questions at all. This is an open Q&A. I don't care what you ask me. Ask me anything. What are my hobbies? Video games. As a matter of fact, I will show you where I play video games. Have the light on. Let's see. I got my station set up right here. Super Nintendo.
Ah,
I got Mario All Stars, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country. Let me make sure I'm showing you this.
you lucky bastard.
And what else? We got Pitfall. And what else? I got a bunch of hack titles, which are just weird shit. I ordered off retro game from Flashback Entertainment. I got Super Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Country 2. What else? What else we got in here? Nosferatu. My mom's favorite, Phalanx. And we got this obscure thing. Oh, hey, Manimal.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We got Out of This World.
Wait. What happened?
And then that's about it. The rest are just hack games.
Hey, hello, Manimal.
That I paid a fortune for. Anyway, yeah.
Is there a link to Nightshade? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I forgot to link this when I started the stream.
Anyway, so now that that's out of the way, yes, video games. And I got a bunch of there's an N64 in that drawer over there, but this isn't a gaming stream, so I ain't gonna show you that.
My hobbies include gaming, narrations. Obviously, I'm a big movie guy. I read some books here and there. I do karaoke, really awesome stuff. That's all I can think of right now. Oh, speaking of karaoke, I actually am going to start doing that on this channel as well. In fact, I'm actually going to have karaoke live streams here and there, as well as try to do some song covers, which I think is pretty awesome.
All right, but make sure you put the link to Nightshade in there. What are my hobbies? And any other questions? Well, since make sure you guys, whoever's in the chat, type out your questions, and we'll turn it over to you, Lance, or Manimal. Do you have any questions for me? And I'm going to ask you guys some questions.
Oh, you're going to ask me and him some questions.
Yeah, if you guys start with you guys, I want a question from you and Manimal first, and then I'll answer those, and then I'll ask you guys something.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll start off. I can't think of anything right now. Manimal, help me out here, man.
I just got here myself. I don't know. What are we asking? What do we want to focus on? The story itself, Nightshade, or we?
It can be about writing. It can be about the story. It can be about anything you can think of. I don't care what it is. Throw it. Surprise the hell out of me.
Well, can we get a snippet of me singing?
There you go. I think the crowd really wants that one, dude.
I haven't had time to practice. So I'm a little embarrassed, but I'll try something. I'll just do it a cappella. Let me just think of something. Here's a random Shinedown song. They're a good band. If I could find assurance to leave you behind, I know my better half would fade. And all my doubt is a staircase for you, opened out of this place. The
Nice.
first step is the one you believe in, and the second one might be profound. And that's all. That's as far as I'll go.
Give that a guitar, a piano, and some drums. That would make it great. But
Any good guys? I don't want to make it sound like I embarrassed myself or something like that.
Anyway,
you did all right. My
What's
singing sounds like a trap. Also better than I could have.
and well, cool and Fallout guy. I'm not Fallout to the Fallout asks cool and most embarrassing moments, guys.
Jesus.
Yes, I know, Gamer. That was "I'll Follow You Down" by Smash. Or sorry, I almost said Smash Mouth. No, they didn't make that. Shinedown, excuse me. Most embarrassing moments. Okay, I'll spoil this from my personal life. Back when I was I think I was 8 at the time, right? I had to get dressed for school, right? Typical stuff. Like as soon as we were getting ready for school, right? And while I'm getting dressed, I don't notice that what I was wearing, my underwear at the time, was actually attached to my was hooked onto my leg, my foot. So this whole time while we're at the bus stop, I'm not noticing that it's actually like tied around my shoe. And when the bus comes, I look down, I see it like wrapped around my leg. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta get this thing off me. So I shake it off and I just act like it's not even there. I just shake it off. I just leave it there where it's laying. And so I get on the bus and think nothing of it. But then the bus driver notices it and she says, "Is that some underwear lying on the ground right there?" I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And my mom was still there too, and she recognized it. And she a few days later she asked me, "Remember that underwear that you found lying in the street? Your bus driver found lying in the street?" And I just didn't say anything. I just like nonchalantly just walked away after that. I felt so embarrassed.
Right. What do you do?
It doesn't bother me nowadays because it happened as a kid. And of course, embarrassing stuff is going to happen to you as a kid. So, laugh about it. Don't feel ashamed about it,
Yeah. Well, well, he also has cool moments. So, he said cool and embarrassing moments. So, yeah, I'm sure you've had a lot of cool moments, Lance.
Yeah. I mean, I have. Yeah. Manimal. You got anything for us?
That's my coolest moment. Then I had 2 kids, so that was a pretty groovy moment as well.
How old are you, Manimal, if you don't mind me asking?
50.
Half a 50 years old.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Been married for 32 years to the same girl. That's the trick, isn't
it? Congratulations, dude. Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, that was my coolest moment, meeting my pretty wife. And she didn't run from me.
You make it sound like you've had past experiences of women actually running away from you.
I have yet to meet one that doesn't run away from me. Nah, I'm just kidding.
yeah. Most of them did when they met me. But this one was
What happened?
Yeah, I thought it was mine. I was like, wait, what? Did it just go out?
Minimal just got cut out for a second there.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. We didn't catch what you said.
My internet's been jacked up today, so it could be that. We don't have the best internet here in Montana. I got a little old man out here running on a treadmill to power it. He's getting tired.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, that was my coolest moment. I've had a lot of cool moments, of course, but that's got to be the best.
Yeah.
One of my coolest moments was when I got Student of the Month back in 5th grade.
Nice. I never got anything like that.
I got honor roll twice in elementary school.
Yeah,
I got
I was horrible.
Life ever.
Yeah, I was a horrible student. I was always in trouble.
At
Really?
least you were a teacher, kid.
Yeah, not a fan of school.
Yeah.
I was really bad at science when I was in school. I loved math, specifically algebra. Even though we're not going to apply it in our daily. I have to rant about that for a second. What's the point of learning algebra if we're never going to use it once in our adult lives? Like, seriously, name one person you know who uses algebra at their job.
My dad, he did work with carpentry and stuff. Well, that's
Yeah, construction guys use it. But yeah, realistically, not a lot of people do. But that's like a lot of the stuff you learned. How much of it do you really use daily? Not much.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
the basics.
I use history, a lot of science nowadays since everyone's in love with almost a Final Fantasy, but in love with science fiction almost. But in love with science fiction. So English, science, and I use basic math when I buy shit, and that's just about it. History, science, basic math, in English because I write.
Speaking of writing, I'm actually going to start writing stuff Excuse me. I'm going to start writing stuff myself when I have the time to. I got a few ideas floating around in my head, but I haven't actually got a chance to write any of them down yet.
Anyway, next question. Well, I forgot to say my coolest one. We're going to move on to the next one. Okay, I'm going to name a few coolest moments since I've had a very eventful life, and I'm only 22, so we got a bunch left to go.
Wait, what's this? That moment when Lance needs to finish that croissant. What the hell are you talking about, maniacs? I mean, I do love croissants, don't get me wrong, but what the hell does that have to do with anything?
I don't know, but my coolest moments are one, seeing a ghost for the first time. Number 2 was what else? My first kiss was pretty cool, and then I ended up seeing her years later.
Oh yeah, my first kiss. Yeah, that was really cool. I was 15 at the time.
I was 13.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You lucky bastards getting in relationships back in middle school. I never had a single girlfriend in middle school.
I had a few, but we won't talk about those because they might have popped in on the chat and left.
Right. They could be watching.
What's this? Any girlfriends? I am seeing someone right now, yes. What about you? Will?
I recently got out of a relationship. That's another story, but yeah, I liked her because like I knew her since middle school and I thought things would work out. But then she was just looking for somebody to just cling on to financially.
Oh, one of those types.
Yeah, but she was a blonde beauty though. She was really pretty, but yeah, she just looking. She's like, oh, William has his life together. He's getting his life together, so let me cling on to him. Because like she just chased after thugs her whole life, and then I found out, oh, her ex is in prison, and so yeah, that's why she clinged on to me.
If I had a nickel for every time a fan asked me if I was single, I'd have about 15 cents.
But yeah, I currently do not have a girlfriend, but I have plenty of stories I can tell you involving relationships and dating and sex.
No, this is a PG channel, man. We're not going to put any sex into here.
Okay, but yeah,
unless you really, really want to.
And my embarrassing moment, Fallout Man.
It's a girl, actually.
Let me take a drink of beer before I tell you this.
I don't have any beer.
But
I mean, my dad has whiskey in the other room, but nah, that's too powerful for me.
but well,
Yeah,
at
I
least
don't drink a whole bunch anymore.
at least they live in a state full of bourbon like I do. But
Yeah,
anyway,
if I do drink, I drink mead. Whiskey makes me wake up in jail sometimes.
How'd I end up here?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck is everybody pissed off about?
Mom, can you bail me out again? Ah, that's another paycheck for this week.
Right. There goes the rent money, damn it.
Anyway, well, my friend Matt, as I told you earlier, Lance, who I nicknamed Glory Days, since that's all he talks about how cool he was in high school.
Yeah.
We're at Qdoba, and so I noticed this girl who looks like somebody I knew from middle school, and I look at her and it's not her, so I'm just and we briefly make eye contact, and I look away from her since she's not who I thought I was, and so then Matt's like, "Hey, you should talk to that girl." I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Come on, man. I really wasn't in the best mood at the time to be hitting on anybody because I was pissed off about a lot of shit." And then
Did you do like a cheesy pickup line? It's like, hey, you come here often?
Haha.
we're actually
Gets
talking
him every
about
time.
me and
You know, there's about 200 bones in the body. You want one more?
Yeah, there it is. That one probably rakes them in, right?
we're actually talking about cheesy pickup lines because like me and Rabbit were on a stream because like I told her like my first kiss I met her when I was 13 and then we never saw each other again. Then I turned 20 and then I see her again and then we become fuck buddies.
Oh, God.
And the funny thing is, because like I
Hey,
said,
if I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put I and you together.
her name was Destiny, and then I said, I guess, and then I told Rabbit was like, I guess it's a destiny that I met Destiny again. And then she said, "Did you use that line on her?" I'm like, I wish I had, but yeah, we just became we had a no strings attached relationship when I was 20, and then she asked me to be her boyfriend, and then I'm like, I later find out that she has 4 kids, and I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with that. So
Yeah, that's about to buy into it once.
but anyway, back to my other story. We're in line, and then Matt's just pressured me to talk to these girls, and and then I say, and then he's like, "You."
Oh, hey, we shouldn't be here. This is kind of a sudden jump in appearance. You've never appeared on one of my live streams.
Oh shit!
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
He so far is my biggest fan. We shouldn't be here since he keeps up to date with all my stories.
Oh, God. Then that means that we shouldn't be here.
Right. We're the ones out of line, god damn it. My
Yeah.
best pickup line is screaming, I'll kill you. Seems to work out pretty good. You know what I mean? Get in the trunk and shut the fuck up. Something like that. That usually works pretty good.
The way I always swoon my crush is that I hide under their bed while they're asleep and I play the song Every Breath You Take
There it is.
by the Police.
Right. The most stalking
That's
song
ironic.
ever fucking written.
Next to Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran.
Right? Yeah.
As a
But,
kid,
you
I
know-
didn't even know the words of that song as a kid, but as I got older, once I learned what the lyrics were, I'm like, this song is actually kind of creepy.
There was a few of them back from that day.
Hey, I grew up with 80s music, man. I know that there was a ton of them.
Yeah, you and me both. But anyway,
Every breath you take, every move you make.
Yeah, it was creepy.
you sound like one of the dudes from the Hills Have Eyes, Lance. But anyway, you shouldn't be. We shouldn't be here. Sorry. Um, we were talking about my embarrassing moment. And, like what happened was that me and my buddy Matt went to Qdoba, and I saw this girl I thought I recognized, and then it wasn't. And then he's pressuring me to talk to this girl, and she's with a friend, mind you. And he tells me that I better not go sit down unless I talk to this girl, and I'm like, okay. So as I pay for my food and I get out of line, I'm about to get a drink. I look at the girls at this table, and I take a deep breath. I'm like, I gotta do this because he's gonna.
I think it's fair to say, though, sorry to interrupt, but it's fair to say that when we tried to ask out a girl for the first time, we were incredibly, incredibly nervous.
Oh shit, yeah.
When I was like in fourth grade, right, there was this one girl I liked in my class, right? I never asked her out, like physically. I actually wrote her a note, and she tried to, yeah, the old classic passing the note trick. I never got a response. No, I never saw her response because I was so nervous. I just ran away after that.
Nice. Nice.
I was so embarrassed.
That, I'll ask you about that later. But like, what happened was that I worked with the courage to do it, and I got like, hey guys, you want to? Well, I was like, hey, you want to join me, sit with me and my friend Matt? And then for some reason, Walking Dead popped up in my brain. I was like, we're talking about Walking Dead, and he said, and they both looked at me like, they looked at me like, and then they looked back at each other like, and then one of them looked at me like, we're on a date, and then everybody in the restaurant started laughing at me. And then, because I had noticed earlier the restaurant got quiet for some reason. Then when she said that, everybody in there started laughing at me, and I ran the fuck out of there.
Oh, that sounds great. Oh man. Okay, as embarrassing as that sounds awesome at the same time, though.
But I mean, I don't see how that sounds awesome because like people are gonna remember me if I go back in there again. Because I almost did like the next day because my aunt wanted some Mexican food, so I was like, I'm gonna go back in there to see if they remember me. And then my sister calls me and says, "Hey, we need you. I'm gonna pick you up because I had to sign some notary papers because." Well, Zero knows if Zero's still here. He knows that like me and my mom got hit by a car on the way from leaving church, so we ended up take the guy to court. We almost went to court with it, but then he lied and paid for everything. But yeah, we got some money out of that, and I just had to sign some papers about that, and then I didn't end up going to that same Qdoba, but we went to the Qdoba on Dutchman's Lane, which wasn't the one I went to. The one I went to was on Bardstown Road in Louisville, where like every millennial hangs out in Louisville.
Well, what's this? Maniac says, pickup line? Why aren't you scared? Smile, darling, and maybe you won't die. That was supposed to be a Joker impression, but that was really bad.
But that was actually okay.
My internet connection is bouncing me, so if I vanish, that's what that was.
Yeah,
and that's I missed.
Right, we'll understand, dude.
Mine's okay, but that's what was going on before. Like the internet was going down, then Google Play was fucking up, and then all kinds of shit just kept going on.
Minimal. One question about your character in Nightshade, if you don't mind me asking.
Go for it.
What do you think of the characters so far?
He's pretty good. I like, the whole thing's playing out pretty cool. I like the story. James is the guy that's like not sure what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, you crashed your RV, you asshole.
Well, yeah, it was a rough week.
Yeah, too many beers.
Did you ever get your driver's license?
I can't find the fucking pizza rolls. What the fuck? Apocalypse sucks.
I played a little too much Twisted Metal.
That was a great game. I remember that one. My kids loved that game. I loved it.
It came out on the PS. They had a remake on the PS3, and I had a blast playing that.
Oh, was it on the PS3?
They remade it. They remastered it on the PS3, and I got it for Christmas in 2012 or 2013. It was 2012.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got Twisted Metal in another game. I can't remember.
I guess he's getting ready to go shopping at your nearest Target. It's like Twisted Metal.
That's right. It's like, let's do this. Yeah, I got a VR system now, so I'm pretty hooked on that.
VR systems, like I bought my nephew a VR headset from the mall because like everybody, and he's like 5, mind you, like everybody bought a bunch of cheesy toys, and then when he opened up that one, he's like, "Oh my god, Uncle William bought me this," and then I was like, I felt on top of the world when he saw that because I bought him the most expensive gift ever.
Right.
I can't stand those VR headsets. They make me really nauseous.
Yeah, some people can't wear them. I had a guy over when I first got this one that he couldn't do the movement. It was freaking him out too much.
It's like, am I playing a game or am I taking an eye exam?
That's a Virtual Boy, which I have that for some reason.
What's that?
I said that's the Virtual Boy, and I mentioned that I have the Virtual Boy.
Do you have it still?
I still have it. I got it for my birthday when I was like 14.
Can you show it to us, man? I want to see it in person or up close. You know,
it's at my dad's house, and I'm at my aunt's. So,
oh,
yeah.
Damn.
I could go 6 blocks with my laptop, but I don't want to do that.
Unless you have like a really long extension cord,
right?
Yeah,
the wireless set with the back.
But yeah, I had fun playing the Virtual Boy because I played the Wario game for it back then, and I was actually having fun playing it. I played it for like 2 hours, no, 4 hours, and then my eyes were just killing me.
Speaking of games, like for example, like years ago, I was playing Skyward Sword, which honestly, I think it's a good Zelda game, although some people disagree. Idiots. I'm just kidding. I was playing that game, right, and I had gotten pretty far into it, right, and my eyes were starting to hurt, but I wanted to keep playing because I wanted to see what was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And as a joke, my sister, I think she purposely did this. She made the oh so smart decision to walk over to the TV where the outlets are and unplug the TV.
Nice.
And the console.
Right on.
And I didn't save once during that entire adventure. So, in short, all that hard work I spent achieving was suddenly ripped away from me. I lost it all. I fucking blew up.
Like a house fire and shit. It's like,
I screamed at the top of my lungs as loud as I possibly could to her. Like I was enraged.
Yeah, that's a drag.
You didn't save once. What?
That's like if you bought a movie that you had rented from say Dropbox, sorry, not Dropbox, Redbox, for example, right? You never saw it, and your annoying sibling or cousin or whatever walks in, takes it out of the disk drive, and just breaks it as a joke. It's like,
right.
I spent money on that. I got to return that. What do you expect me to do with it now?
Freak the fuck
credit card bill is gonna be up the freaking wazoo.
Don't come back, or they'll be waiting for you. It's like if you just, when Blockbuster was a thing, you just like didn't bother returning that one movie or game that you got from there, and you think that if you go back there years later, well, back when it was still around, they would be waiting for you.
That's it. Blockbuster cops fuck you up.
Speaking of Blockbuster.
Is that Dracula's video place?
That was Blackbuster.
I do not say blah blah blah.
But speaking of Blockbuster, we in Louisville we had this thing called Wild and Woolly. I don't know why it was named that, but it was the last brick and mortar rental place where you could rent physical DVDs, and it was very popular for a long time until streaming came along. But anyway, my sister, this is actually my fault, but I rented the season 1 of Fear Itself from there, which I ended up purchasing later on. But we actually ended up losing that. And then it was on her account, and then I found it months later. She tried to take it back, and then they wanted to charge her a $300 late fee on it.
Damn.
And then she got real pissed off about it, and she got so mad that she grabs the thing of candy bars and slams it on the floor and leaves. I just kept wondering why
chocolate lives matter, man.
Chocolate lives matter. And then she came in. This was back when she was living with my dad for a little while. She came back in and she was like extremely pissed for some reason. But yeah, that's my rental horror story. Rental horror story.
Rental horror story. Yeah, we just had our last one.
Yeah, you got cut out again.
Yeah.
Am I here now?
You're here now. Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, our last video store just closed last couple weeks ago. That I know of. Yep. Done in court. Going extinct.
Was it like a big closing thing where they're giving away a bunch of DVDs? Because like Wild and Willie did the same thing, and I bought like a bunch of have you ever heard of the show Heroes?
The show Hero. Yeah, I watched the show like years back.
I bought like 5 seasons of that for like $10, and I still haven't watched it.
Oh, man. I made my mission to track down every season of Smallville on DVD, but I stopped doing that for a while when I realized I could just watch them all online on a website. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not because I noticed they weren't on Netflix at the time. So I'm not gonna track down every DVD copy of that show. Like, oh, fuck it, I'll just watch it online. Everyone else is doing it nowadays.
Yeah, but the thing is you
oh, his Manimal's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him about the rental place, but he left. Damn it, shit. But anyway,
what's his favorite music? I listen to pretty much anything that's not mainstream, and that's all you need to know.
I listen to everything, dude. Fallout, man. But about the he looks like he came back. Yeah. Anyway,
Manimal, if you can hear us, say something.
I made it. It just booted me off the internet, I guess.
Okay, Manimal, I have to ask you this. Why are you called Manimal?
That's an old one. That's a long story. Basically, one of my friends, there used to be a show called Manimal on TV ages ago. I think it only went one season. It wasn't.
I'll be right back. I'm still listening to you guys. I just gotta use the restroom.
It wasn't very good, but one of my friends started calling me that, and it kind of stuck. So there it is.
It's actually not bad at all, man.
Yeah. Like I said, it was old TV show. Really, it wasn't very good, but it stuck. Been that way for decades now. So yeah, I'm a bit of an animal, I guess, back in the day. I was a different critter when I was younger.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, I was a little out of control, a bit high strung. But
you kind of look like Dwayne Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter. You kind of look like him a little bit.
Who?
His name is Dwayne Chapman. It's from a show called Dog the Bounty Hunter, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that cat. Yeah, I know.
But Manimal, well, and Lance, what are some? Well, I think we should now tell our audience what every memorable nickname we've ever come across that we've had over the years. And I'm gonna start with mine. Are you guys ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Like, okay, here are the nicknames I've had over the years, and get ready to laugh. Like, okay, the first one I want to start out with was from a girl, was from this girl who I knew who I also had a crush on. Her name was Tessa. She called me basic white girl for some reason, because like I always got vanilla ice cream and I always like pumpkin spice everything. And then she called me basic white girl. And also another one is from my mom. She called me Crazo. She still calls me that. And another one is Prince William, which is from a a ECE instructor from school, and and another one you're gonna laugh at this one. It's called No Nuts. This somebody they nicknamed me that because like I fell on some playground equipment and landed between my legs, but it didn't hurt. And then they got everyone called
that's
me
a rough. That's a rough title there, bud.
You make a killing on YouTube, man. There's this one guy on the site who basically all he does is just get his friends to kick him in the nuts in the weirdest way possible. Like, it's all a bunch of nut shot videos, and that's all he ever uploads. And he's actually getting paid by YouTube for making these stupid videos. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy, man. That's not an activity I tried to participate in a whole fuck of a bunch. You know
I
what
got
I mean?
lucky, that's all I'm gonna say. And then years later, I met up with those same bullies, and they said that, and I told them, hey, and they called me, "Hey, it's No Nuts," and I was like, "Hey, I don't. It's not that I don't have nuts. It's just that I got balls of steel." And they gotta go laugh at it.
Right on.
But yeah, and I've also had a few others that I'm trying to think of. I've been called Willy Nilly before because of my name. And I hate it when people call me Willie because in Britain that's associated with the word with penis.
I know, we know.
So I don't like that. And also, I've had so many over the years that those are just a few memorable ones. But what about you, Lance? What are your weird nicknames?
I honestly don't have any nicknames. No one's ever really given me one.
Ever?
I mean, I've gotten the occasional Lance Armstrong and Lancelot joke, but that's pretty much it. It's like, oh, you're calling me Lancelot? Oh, I've never heard that one before.
Right? Very original.
What's next? Are you gonna call me I don't know.
Uninut.
There's so many Lance jokes you can make. Lance
Right.
puns.
Oh yeah. Single drop.
Lil Lance.
Little Lance.
Little,
Fresh mixtape. Don't ask me to do that. No, stick to Goodnight Goosebumps. He's making a rap album.
he is?
From what I heard, he actually is making an album full of songs that he actually made.
Did you know he's married?
Goosebumps?
Yeah.
I think I remember hearing about that, but it kind of surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, it did me too. I just thought he was, he just lived alone or whatever because he streamed a few times on Instagram.
Yeah.
But
I follow him on Snapchat. He's pretty funny.
yeah, he is. And I
thought
really
about making a Snapchat for thought about making a Snapchat for the channel. I might do that because all these other people on in the community are actually starting to follow me on my personal Snapchat, and I'm like, no, I don't want you guys to do that. Please don't do that.
I let a few there's like a couple narrators that follow me on my personal Facebook, like Freaky Faith Reads has me on Facebook, and Black Eyed Blonde and Mr. Deep Web have me on Facebook. But no, I don't really like it. I don't encourage any of my followers to get on my personal Facebook. But yeah, it's mostly the people I work with are on my Facebook.
Well, whenever we just started doing this whole YouTube thing,
Yeah,
I thought about not hiding my face and just like showing it. And I decided that I wanted to do something different. Instead of actually just being myself, I wanted to actually make a character, make a name for myself, something like that. Hence why I have a mask and I hide myself with it. And Manimal's gone again, so there's that.
Okay, well at least you're still here. Where are you?
Chat's been like dead for quite a while.
Oh, it is? Shit. I didn't read it for a while. We kind of got off subject for a little bit. So doing a Q&A.
Oh, never mind. As soon as we mentioned that the chat is dead, someone just jumps right back in. Hello, blindfolded soul.
Yeah. Anyway, nobody's asked questions. Well, favorite music. We already answered that one.
Didn't you have like a question you want to ask me in Manimal? Wherever the heck he is.
Yeah. What was your scariest experience? I'm gonna ask you that. I know Mandel's already had a few, so I just want to hear one for you.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm sorry. You're sad for watching Selena's Punishment, Soul. I'm sorry. Scariest experience.
It can be anything from paranormal or real life. Well, yeah.
Uh, I can't really think of anything. I don't really have any. Well, I'm sure there's something in there, but I just can't remember what it was.
Can't remember. Man.
I can't think of anything right now, man. Sorry.
I've had a lot of scary experiences. I could write a whole book on that.
Do you have anything else for me?
Well, okay, yeah. I don't know why I just did that. Shit. What is the most expensive meal you ever eaten?
I got a really big cheeseburger at this one place, and it cost about $30.
Damn, $30 for a fucking cheeseburger.
Or maybe it was no, maybe it was like 25. 25, I think. Yeah.
I just said fuck. Damn it.
It's all right. No worries. No worries.
But anyway,
And it was a big juicy cheeseburger. My God, I think it was a Red Robin type burger. That I had for like a limited time. I don't know. Oh God, now I want a burger. I'm just picturing like a mouthful, like a juicy cheeseburger, just like entering my mouth right now.
But
Oh, sorry. One more thing. Another was this steak I ordered. Like I was really hungry. I wanted steak, so I went to Outback. I got like the biggest steak I could possibly get, and it cost me a good chunk of change. I don't know how much it was, but it was pretty expensive.
I've been to Outback, so I know what you're talking about. Huh?
And there was one time I ordered like a big pizza because I wanted pizza. God, now I want pizza. I'm just getting really hungry right now. And I just had dinner too. It was chicken Alfredo, but now I want to eat even more stuff.
You come to Louisville so we can get food.
Sure, man, sure. But yeah, I bought like a big pizza once, and I think I had it all to myself. Like that's one of the special things when it comes to ordering a pizza or just buying a pizza. Like if it's just you, if it's just for you, you feel like that it's gonna last you like a whole life, like a long time. But as the hour passes, you realize that you ate almost half of it, and you're like, this really isn't as big as I thought it was going to be. Well, that's from my experience.
That's actually, that kind of reminds me of how, you know, the AMC's Turn, that show about the Revolutionary War?
I think so, yeah.
I used to order a pizza every time I would turn that show on. I don't know why, but every time I was up to watch that show, I'd order a pizza. I would, as every episode played, I was like, I'd eat a slice and everything, and then I realized the pizza was gone. Like I ate the whole freaking large pizza. I don't think I've never been able to do that again. Like for some reason, I've only eaten a whole large pizza once, and I
love Guapiate Games. Sorry, someone who just came to the chat.
Oh, my 600-pound life, and like these people will eat 10 pizzas, and I'm like, how?
I can't even do that.
Well, I'm just a 5'9" guy, which and I can't do that.
Oh, I got a message from Animal. He said, "Good luck with the stream. Sorry, I can't get my Wi-Fi to stay on."
Yeah, but anyway, that's my pizza thing. But you sounds like you've had a pretty good food experience as far as that, and also the most expensive.
Something I want to mention quick. One more thing about pizza. Whenever I had a job, whenever I had money, like I would always get a large stuffed crust delivered to me from Pizza Hut. Right, I love stuffed crust pizza more than anything.
I hate that, but
I love it more than I love you, Mom. Okay, I'm kidding. I do love stuffed crust pizza. I'm just a big cheese guy in general. Cheese is the love of my life essentially. And so every time I would order a stuffed crust pizza, I would always try to keep it to myself, and it would be like that all the time. Like I'd get the stuffed crust pizza, I would just savor like every moment, especially like bonus points if it was like a large piece with a large line of crust. Like that, thought that was absolutely great. Just chowing down on all that cheese and all that stuff. It's just delicious. And when Little Caesars came out with their own stuffed crust pizza, I immediately flocked to the nearest one I could get to, and I just got, hey, can I get a stuffed crust pizza? I was like, thank you. And I just like gorged myself on that.
But yeah, and she said, Blindfolded Soul said, I love pineapple on pizza. And I said, pineapple doesn't go
Yes.
on pizza.
Pineapple on pizza is awesome. If you hate it, you're weird.
I'm kidding. I like pineapple on pizza, and my dad thinks that's the weirdest thing ever.
I mean, I don't like ranch on pizza. My brother does.
I do. I like it.
Ugh. I'm not really a ranch guy. I'm a blue cheese kind of person.
Ew.
Hey, it's good to me.
I hate cheese in general, so yeah.
Who are you?
I mean, I don't taste it on a pizza for some reason, but I just don't like cheese. But yeah.
Pardon this joke for being a little cheesy, but I don't think you're great.
And this Blindfolded Soul just said Lance's crusty reading.
Lance's cheesy reading.
That should be your. What if you make a food channel and like you should like Lance's crusty reading? That'd be awesome.
I'll do like a food review channel, and I'll just make it like in the style of Joey's World Tour or something like that, or Dame Drops.
Blindfolded Soul says ranch with pizza. Yeah, that is pretty good.
Wait, that would be pretty weird because like if I'm appearing in character with the mask on, how am I going to eat the food I'm reviewing?
Yeah, but I think you should do a face reveal eventually. But
I am going to do a face reveal when I'm ready.
I don't get it. Why do people hide their faces in this community? It's weird.
I guess just like to give it an illusion. Like it's like say for example, you're reading a story and there's a big plot twist at the end. You're trying to figure out as to why that happened or what's going on, and you're trying to figure out who the person telling the story is. You know, like you try to picture what they look like in your head. They try to be like elusive and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And typically, when you read like a storybook in like a third person perspective, it's somebody else narrating the story to you while you're reading it. And you don't know who this person is, and they're not introduced into the story at all. So, in other words, you picture who this narrator might look like in your head in the same way narrators on YouTube would hide their face from the audience as you try to picture what they look like when they're telling you a story. If that makes sense at all.
Yeah. There's only one. The one who I'm most curious to see her face is Immunity Zero, since, believe it or not, I've been working with him for almost a year now, and I've never seen his face.
Same here, man. I've only shown my face to people in the community that I build up a trust to. Only other narrators in the community. Sorry, but yeah, I've only shown my face to other I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. I've only shown my face to other narrators in the community. That's it.
Okay, but I wanted to show my face when I first joined the horror community because I was like thinking, well, maybe if they see my face, I'll attract some hot goth girls. Yes, I was 19 at the time, and I was I don't know what I was thinking about.
If you did see my face, you would basically scream and run away. I'm ugly and I'm proud.
And well, I'm surprised nobody screamed and gotten off this chat by saying my face, because I look like the the dude from Rest Stop. Yeah, all I need is a baseball cap, a dingy baseball cap, and then I could just drive a pickup truck and lure people into my killer bus station. Or
oh gosh,
because that's where he tortures people on a school bus, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Of all places, why couldn't it be an ice cream truck?
That's an idea, but like,
okay, something I got one more embarrassing moment. Actually, it just came to me.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an ice cream man. specifically just so you could get free ice cream, and that was it.
So you'd be the coolest guy on the block.
Yeah.
I met the craziest ice cream man ever. Like, he had like a very scruffy 5 o'clock shadow, as you like. I don't know if you can see mine, but like it's like it was all over the place, and he was old, and like he was wearing a wrinkly ice cream man costume, and he was talking to this guy saying that, hey, they should have beer pops on.
Oh man.
And like he looked like the biggest. Looking back on it, he looked like the biggest alcoholic I could think of.
Why are you selling ice cream to kids? Like, hey, kids, what do you want? You want a sponge popsicle? Okay. Here you go. That'll be five.
That is
Thank
funny.
you. Come again. He's like swerving on the road in his ice cream truck. He's drunk, a drunk ice cream truck driver.
That'd be the funniest thing ever. But like I was like 8 at the time, and I lived in a white suburban neighborhood, so I was like beer pops, and the only person that drank beer like that was my dad.
Lance's creamy reading.
So like I was thinking maybe my dad would like beer pops, and I think I asked him about that later. I can't remember what he said. But anyway,
I personally don't like popsicles.
neither do I. And every popsicle that has a cartoon character on it is disgusting. Like SpongeBob, nasty. Sonic, nasty. Mario, horrible. But like everything that they try to do that's like cartoon related is disgusting. Like I don't know if you remember this, but like we got the first thing that they did in Dairy Queen that I remember was like this bubblegum ice cream, and I had this fantasy about blowing big bubbles with ice cream when I was like a kid. And so I got my aunt Janet. She's like, I was like, give me and my friend Essie was there with me. Like, get us large bubblegum ice cream. And I was so excited, I couldn't wait to eat it. And then when I took a bite, I was like, this is so nasty.
It's like bubblegum toothpaste.
That's exactly what it tasted like. It was horrible. And speaking of ice cream and stuff, I got a weird but funny story to tell you. Like, this goes back to my origin story of writing. I was like, actually attempted to write a small memoir to post it on Reddit, but I told people that when I was a kid, I used to think of random things like in my mind. I would just daydream about weird shit. Like I daydreamed about playing baseball with stars in outer space when I was a kid. And then my dad told me like
baseball.
My dad told me like you can't breathe in space, and I'm like, damn, that sucks. and then I told him I wanted to sit on clouds, and he's like, you can't sit on clouds either. They're just steam. And I'm like, dang it. And then I said,
don't sit on cloud. He has the Buster Sword, remember?
And then I told him I want to sit on macaroni and cheese, and he's like,
what?
Like, I want to just sit on a plate of macaroni.
That is the most randomest thing I've ever heard, but honestly, I love it.
And so I told my mom that too. I was like, Mom, I want to sit on macaroni and cheese. It's like, why? You don't even like cheese. It's like, I want to be like the dinosaur on the commercials. I wanted to surf on mac and cheese. And then like I kept telling everybody I knew that. And then my friend's dad, Tyler, like I told him that he was making mac and cheese, and it said, I don't like mac and cheese, but I want to sit on a plate of mac and cheese. He's like, what?
Just feeling the way it's so gooey and oogie and all that stuff.
And then he didn't want to make. He's like, I'm not making you a plate of mac and cheese for you to sit on. And then like I hear him in there in the kitchen talking to somebody saying, this kid wants to sit on a plate of macaroni and cheese. Like, what? Like, are you sure you said that? And then he walks in with the phone in his hands and asks me, you said you wanted to sit on mac and cheese, right? I'm like, yeah, I want to sit on mac and cheese. Then he was thinking he was gonna do it, and then he just walks out.
Well, this is awkward.
I was like 5, or I was like 4 or 5 at the time, but and then and then I don't know. One day, my mom, I think she made a plate of mac and cheese for my sister. I was like, "This is my shot. I got to do this." So I did.
Butt was ready.
Plate of mac and cheese. Went in the living room, turned on Cartoon Network, and I sat on the plate of mac and cheese.
You actually did it?
I did it.
Oh my god! No, I feel bad about tweeting that.
It was my sister's plate of mac and cheese too.
I just tweeted what you just said, man. I want to sit on a plate of mac and cheese. A quote from this guy. That spooky guy does that to me all the time whenever we talk on Skype.
Oh, but from then on, I started thinking of crazy stuff, and then finally, my 2nd grade teacher was like, "Write short stories," and I'm like, "This is my shot." So I started.
The day I sat on a plate of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
By Will.
I didn't write that. I wrote about a story about 3 jellyfish who are being attacked by alien star people in a Zelda.
And their weapon of choice is cannons full of mac and cheese.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my story of how I sat on mac and cheese. And that was my biggest fantasy for some reason, just to sit on mac and cheese. First it was playing baseball with stars, and then it was sitting on clouds, and I wanted to sit on a plate of mac and cheese for some reason.
I am not Justin Bieber, blindfolded soul. Quit saying that. Everyone says I have hair like Justin Bieber.
I don't know what kind of. I don't even know if you have hair. Period.
Not anymore.
Oh,
I'm bald.
There's a photo of me with when I actually tried to go bald back in 2016. If you want to see it,
You actually wanted to go bald?
Yeah, I actually shaved all my hair off. It was on my old Twitter account for like the longest time until I deleted it. I don't know if I still have it somewhere. But yeah, that's my crazy stuff. And I found a list of nicknames that I posted on Twitter. There's like 11 of them. Okay, here it is. Number 1 is Dirty Faced Devil. The second one is Crazo. Number 3 is Basic White Girl. The next nickname was Billy. The next one was Prince William. And then the number 6 was Casanova. You don't even want to know why I was nicknamed that. But,
you're right. Maybe I don't.
But the next one is Lover Boy. Then the next one is Mr. Shakespeare, because that's my middle name. William Leonard Shakespeare Shoney. But and then number 7 is Caramel Boy, which was called by a longtime girlfriend of mine because I'm light skinned. But again, I don't think you really want to hear about that. But another one I already told you, No Nuts. And then the other one was called Devil Boy because for some reason my mom thought I was worshiping the devil for some reason. And then there's actually a funny story behind number 10. I was actually called One Punch Willie in 6th grade for a short time because I punched the hell out of this guy so hard that he fell into the bathroom. So yeah, and then number 11's Hot Stuff. But yeah, I got into a fight on my mom's birthday at school, and she was. And like I told you, I was a teacher's kid. She was a teacher at the middle school I was at. This guy, I was trying to get into the lunch line because the way the lunch line worked was like you were in line and you stood by the person you wanted to sit by, but I didn't want to sit by anybody. I was trying to get to the green beans because they had like these really great green beans, and for some reason I was obsessed with green beans back then. And so I was trying to be the first one to get in there, and then this bigger guy, and then he says, you can't cut in front of me. As I pushed him away from me, then he charges at me, and I jump back, ball up my fist, and throw the hardest punch I could do with all of my might. And I swear,
punch!
I almost put a muscle doing it. And he fell backwards and disappeared. It looked like he just disappeared out of thin air. I was like, where'd he go? I'm like, I'm about to fight this guy. And I punch him into oblivion. But apparently, he fell into the bathroom. I didn't see it. As I'm walking away, he punches the hell out of me from the back of my head, and I fell on my hands and knees. And then he hits me again as I'm about to get up, and then some teacher grabs him.
You should implement that in the Nightshade.
Yeah.
Like make that be like a flashback sequence.
I should do that. But like,
that's how Simon and James met. They met fighting each other.
That'd be interesting. Definitely something to think about. But yeah, I that fight was pretty much declared a draw because neither of us won. We both got suspended.
That's it.
He left with a goose egg, and I left with a fucking concussion.
Ouch.
I took a few hard blows to the head.
Well, okay, Will, I think this stream is going on long enough, man, but do you want to do some last minute discussions about Nightshade?
Okay. Oh, this was not how I planned to do the stream, but okay. Well, wait, okay. Blindfolded Soul wants to do this, and he or she has been here since the beginning, so I think she deserves to be in the outro. So if you want to join, yes, you can. You can put the link to it in there, Lance. I don't care.
All right, give me a second.
Good Lord, how long have we been streaming? Oh my God, it's 11:30. Oh my God.
How long?
I don't rightly know. 2 hours, holy shit.
Come on.
You got it?
I sent it. Yeah.
All right. Well, wait. Is it on the chat or on Twitter? I don't know if this person has Twitter.
I sent it to her via Twitter.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Oh man.
I thought you just do it on the chat because like it's like I think it's only her on there or something. But
No, I made sure to link her into the chat.
yeah.
Or sorry, give it the link to the stream.
Okay. Also, remind me never to drink while I'm on a live stream again because I kept losing my train of thought.
Yeah, I actually was gonna join. I was gonna end the stream here because, well, it's been going on for way too long now. We just got completely off topic.
I just planned on, joining. Oh my God! I planned on just like, for it to go on for an hour and then just like do Nightshade, do announcements, and that was gonna be it.
That's not how it happened.
Obviously not. No, the things got really out of hand.
Hey, at least you stayed on topic about some horror shit and you added some comedy. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that is good stuff. Yeah.
I mean, too far into the comedy, but.
Yeah.
Oh, my question was never answered, or I wasn't here when it happened. What is Nightshade really much about? And since I feel like you're the narrator, you could explain this to me more.
Okay, Will, you're the author. You have the floor.
Okay. Well, Nightshade is about. I never wrote a synopsis on this, which is bad, but
Just summarize the best of your abilities.
Okay. It's about one day. It's this guy. He's living an average life, and then it's one day the sun doesn't come up. And
working at Kroger.
Yeah. And then the sun doesn't come up while he's sleeping over at his friend's house, and then suddenly his end of the world uncle, played by Lance's creepy reading, calls him
Oh
up.
my God.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Do not give me ideas. Do not.
Wait, you're actually gonna have Uncle Bobby sing at one point?
Maybe. But anyway, it's about that happens, and the rest is like a bunch of. It's very, it's very, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you don't really know what's going on until like the parts of the story is revealed to you as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of story. It's like the sun doesn't come up, and so it's hard to write a synopsis because it's that kind of story. It's because you know how you watch a movie, you don't know what's going on, and then you think it kind of sucks because you don't know that much, and then you see more, and then you start to get glued to it. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
But
see, that's what happened with me and Selena's Punishment. Like, I listened to the 3 stories, and then I didn't know a 4th one was coming out, so I gave up on waiting. And then I looked at it, and I saw it came out, and I'm just like, I rewatched all of them, and then I watched the 4th one. That is the most fucked up story I've ever heard, other than Jeff the Killer.
Which one?
The one I tried doing, and the one I was gonna have you play Jeff.
Oh, the original Jeff the Killer.
Mm-hmm.
The bad one.
Yeah, I can't do it now because something's wrong with my computer. Like first when it connected to my blue snowball, and now it's just the speaker doesn't work. So I now have to wait until my brother gets here, or I just need a new hard drive, which they're expensive as fuck.
They are. Sure. Although I got a bunch of computer towers laying around, I could probably give you one.
At least it's not bad as bad as K-Bane and Kellum's version. Like, my God, that 2015 remake was complete shit. And if you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm obviously joking. Just kidding, Kay. Your remake was.
Oh, awesome. I saw on Immunity Zero's playlist that there's 2 Nightshades. Because I was planning on watching him before.
He didn't put the 3rd one out.
Huh? Wait,
like
what?
He didn't put the 3rd one on his playlist. It's on his channel, but he didn't add it on his playlist.
No, there's like 2 of them. 2 playlists.
2 chapters.
Which one's the first one? Well, I'll probably figure that out.
The one that says chapter 1.
I looked at his playlist, and both of them just said Nightshade. They didn't give a specific chapter.
Hey, real quick, I just imagine like K-Bane and Kellen like cosplaying as his Jeff the Killer creation. It's kind of a funny image.
Some people that just cosplay him are just like stupid. Some of them don't even do the long hair.
MCP, he cosplayed as Jeff the Killer in like 2013 or something.
MCP, you've lost me.
Like, he said he wasn't ever going to show his face, and he posted that on.
Oh, found it. Never mind. I'll look. Oh, well, actually, watch that. I'll listen to that at some point.
He is Spike the Killer.
They actually came out with a Jeff the Killer mask, and everybody, like, I know that this one YouTuber actually used it to scare his family, and they didn't even know what it was. I was about ready to put in the comments, look up Jeff the Killer and you'll understand what that mask is. I was about ready to put that in the comments. I'm just like, nah.
But yeah, do you have any other questions about Nightshade? Blindfold?
How long
is Lance gonna die at the end?
Hey,
You better not make me spoil that.
You can find that out when you
I thought you said you weren't sure about it yet.
Make him die in the ending, because he deserves it.
Come on.
Tell you if you're right or wrong if he was gonna die.
I'm kidding.
But
honestly, I'm okay with getting killed off. I've been killed off in stories before, so it's nothing new to me.
Hey, you didn't. If I let you play Jeff the Killer, you won't be killed in that. I'd say that is the most highest pitch I've ever heard you got, and this is somebody who's literally saying it. Who sounds like people assume I can't go to such a high pitched sound, but then I had to sing Carol of the Bells for my chorus class, and then I just went off the roof with high pitch. I can sing both alto and soprano, and I can go very high and very low surprisingly. And that's why I want to do singing for my channel, but my computer doesn't fucking work.
How old are you?
I am 16 years old. I turned 16 on 19th of June. So.
Okay.
I've applied for so many jobs and I'm pissed off that none of them has gotten back with me except for one. I didn't get that job though.
Whoa. Well, when I was your age, I can't believe I just said that because that makes me feel old. But
How old are you?
He's 22.
You're not that bad.
But I got a job at a day camp, and do I have some crazy stories about that? Which the stream has gone long enough, I can't tell you that.
I know we're gonna cut the stream off soon, but before we do that, any last words about Nightshade?
Well, I can't do it without giving you spoilers unless you. Okay, well, we still got 4 people watching, but okay. For anybody who's listening, and anybody who's with me now, blindfolded and Lance, I will give away one spoiler each, if you want to know.
All right, lay it on us, man.
One, ask me something. I won't tell you. Just ask me a question. I'll answer it about Nightshade.
Out of all the main characters in the story so far, who is going to die next? We already, aside from what you spoiled earlier, who's dying after that one?
Well, you wanted to know.
Oh shit.
I'm predicting Chad.
You're predicting Chad?
Yes.
Well then, you'd be right.
Oh.
Well, I haven't listened.
I was thinking though. Sorry. For the death scenes though, when we're acting them out, we should act like whether it be like an impaling or a slash or something like that, we should all act like we're actually dying, like pretend like we just got hit by something or stabbed by something. Go like, ugh,
set on fire.
Well, duh. Like, Lance, you've done a lot of narrations to know how to act dead. I mean, this is from somebody who's only done it for a year and she knows how to play dead.
Yeah, I know. Hey, kind of like my channel currently.
Ha! Hey, you have a live stream on your channel though. I don't, so that you got something. So
the stream isn't actually going to be on my channel. It's actually we're actually gonna move it over to Will's channel after like tomorrow, I think.
Oh, you can do that?
I don't really have a channel, but
I think so.
Well, yeah, we will, but like I don't really have a YouTube channel. I just have a Reddit page, but I'll post it on my Reddit page if I post videos on there. But
I think you can.
But yeah, Jeffrey Natalie's character, and if you're watching this, Jeffrey, later on, I am so sorry. I just killed off your character, but like there is a situation that your character, Lance, he gets in a very sticky situation, and
sticky in what regard?
But he's not dead.
That sounds cheesy.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna be like Glenn's situation in Walking Dead when they thought he was dead when they thought he got 8 back in season 6. But he really didn't. That's gonna be that. But anyway, what's your question, Blindfold?
Who is the most person killing these people, or is it just a bunch of different people?
Well, the way Chad gets killed off is like, okay, basically the plot of the story is like everyone well, you already asked, so I'm gonna give it away. So
No. If it's about
question, so I already said I would give one spoiler each. So this is a byproduct of this. So it's revealed that 7 people from each country are fighting to become the king of the world because these aliens are taking over, and they need a leader because they know humans are just rebel, so they need a human leader. So
the aliens are taking over. Oh wait, no. How does that meme go? Wait, there's a meme.
But anyway, the Harmonians need a leader, so then they can keep control of the world. So the
feminists are taking over. I'm an addict virgin.
so they put DNA. They put these DNA chips in people from like aliens from other planets in the universe, and they get 1/10 of these alien powers, and so that's everybody on the planet has alien powers, including the main character, couple of the main characters. I won't tell you who, but anyway, that's one thing. That is the spoiler of it. Your spoiler.
Lance, after this, do you want to do The Skype caller, no, because Rainer asked earlier.
Oh, Rainer did?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. If we do, I won't stay for long.
Well, nobody in the chat asked me to tell anything else, so it says 5 people are watching. I guess they're all watching in zombified anticipation.
They're not even. No one. The chat's been dead for quite a while now, actually.
On my end, it says 5 people are watching.
I'm not gonna say anything about the Skype call right now, but I'll say it later.
Okay.
All
right. Okay, so is that everything you had to say, Will?
Yeah. That's it.
I have a feeling it's going to be towards when one of the chapter ends that Lance's character just dies off.
I mean, if you would have asked me that earlier, Lance, I would have told you.
I'm gonna wait and see. Like, the suspense would always get me, so I would wait.
I gave you that shot to just tell me if I thought you were gonna ask me if Uncle Bobby was gonna die. And
that's what I was gonna find out.
I would have answered that, but
do you think I want to know that yet?
He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't. He wants to read the story and record and to find out.
Right.
Him just reads it, sees him die. God damn it!
I mean, come on. I know I killed Dr. Creepin that one time in that one story, but come on.
Oh, you know how, Lance, you know how in your awesome videos you had certain videos? I listened to one of the ones Dr. Creepin were in. It was about, at some point, he was about ready to kill himself, and then something came up, some type of spirit. Holy shit, I love that story.
Which one was that?
I forgot the name to it. It's like he got screwed over by a priest. The priest took his wife and kids, and he was about ready to kill himself. And then he got
a favor for a favor.
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't finish it, but I love it. I love it.
I want to do that story. I want to do that story one day, but I don't want to actually be the main narrator. I want to be the one who plays the devil in that story.
Well, I could probably play the girl. I was gonna say I could play the dude, but I'm not a guy, so. Oops.
Play a dude with a high voice.
Give us your best male voice.
No.
Hey, my female voice is never any good. For people who
my kid's voice is starting to not be good.
For people who see my videos like on my channel, whenever I have to talk in a female perspective, I always talk in a higher pitched voice. I often sound like this, and I often try to make sure I sound as feminine as I possibly can.
You literally need to get somebody to do, like, if there's a girl, you need to get somebody to play the girl. Don't.
Oh, it can't always be that way. Some of it has to be just a solo thing.
Sure.
A lot of audiobook narrators, from what I've heard, actually do try their best to make their own female voices.
Well, and some people don't even sound like girls. They'll just do it in their normal voice. Like, I knew MCP did that a couple of times.
I mean, to be fair, he did talk like a female at some points.
True. Oh, wait. If my computer worked, I could do this, but my computer's not working, so I can't do it.
Well, anyways, with that being said, sorry, Sol, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say my computer my snowball destroyed me trying to do narrations again. I'm trying to go back into narrations, but something always pulls me down. Stupid computer.
Maybe I'm gonna give my outro here. So whoever is in here already, it says 3 on my end, but hope you enjoyed everything. Our amazingly Nightshade and announcement stream came up, but that it just did not go as planned. But hey, it turned out great.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I had a good time too. Anyway, check out Nightshade. I will be posting this on my Reddit page, and you can check out the written versions I already have released, which is chapters. Pretty much every chapter I've ever written is on there except for 6. I'll be posting that shortly.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out Nightshade on IZ's channel, and I will be posting the stream on Reddit, and you can, check everything out.
Of course. Well, Will, thank you so much for letting me stream this announcement on my channel. Thank you so much. We all had a blast. Subscribe to Lady White Rabbit, subscribe to Manimal, and subscribe to Blindfolded Soul.
I was about to say,
And most importantly, subscribe to me.
Check out my Reddit page.
I'm kidding. Also, subscribe to Immunity Zero. He's the one who is making the audio dramas out of his stories.
I was about to say, he's the one telling this. You might want to subscribe to him.
Subscribe to Uncle Bobby's channel.
Or else Tommy Taffy will make you feed the pig.
Oh God.
Lance, I'm going to make a joke about that accent later.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you sighed and I thought you knew. It sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah, we know. I think I can piece it. Well, he doesn't know, but I can piece it together.
I'll tell you later.
Well, I must warn you, that joke might get pretty deadly.
Oh, you
don't say it when it's live.
Yeah, hey, they don't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, in the stream. Pretend you never heard that.
Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys so much thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Have a good one. Good night.
Night.